Welcome back to more video on demand analysis. It's going to be for frequency, and it's going to be this sick double set. We got Fracture over here on this Ike boy. We got Sabre on this plant, substitute Ivy. It's really cute. We got Frequency himself on the big boy Ganon. Then we got, it's Dare Inc. I'm not sure what the Falco's tag is. Cosmic Crew is the team. Dare Inc. is his tag. I'm going to call him Falco. That is, in fact, Falco Lombardi. Okay, so the biggest thing that I want to kind of focus on in general is the team comps before we even hit play. Frequency and Falco can be Falco, very squishy boy, and very big boy that takes a while to edgeguard. Their kill rolls are going to be rack up damage and pressure, and then maybe get like a back air or a down air, or anything at all. On the other side, we got Ivysaur and Ike, which are a little more in the middle. Ike especially can kind of just kill out of nowhere, but Ivy between beam or up B or just edge guards with back air, they're both pretty similar with how scary they are for killing. And their recovery similarly kind of need a little tender love and care when edge guarding them, because Ike has the two options between side B and up B, or like even on Smashball, side B wall jump near the lip of the stage. Ivysaur has Razor Leaf or even Seed Bomb when they're getting back to the ledge. And then you got a Tether Punish. So these characters are going to be a little, as opposed to Falco, where you just kind of grab ledge and he dies once he's off stage, or he has so few options that you just can just intercept him easily. This is going to be, they're going to look to bully Falco and kind of just watch out for stray hits from Ganon. So first things off, get a good string on Ivysaur, and Falco gets knocked to the side. Go a little deep on Sabre there, but he's not going to like push it and contest you. I think that that up air was fine. The up air, sorry. So this up air that hits both of them, I think that's a perfectly fine trade. Because Falco, like they're both at the same percent anyway, but it's like Falco's going to get back with side B, and the percent on Ike is more valuable than the percent on Falco. Because Falco's going to get screwed, honestly. If they can devote time to an edge guard, it doesn't matter what percent he has, doesn't matter how close he is. So that's, like, Falco's not going to hit 120, but Ike might. So getting them closer to that is fine. Ooh, got an up throw dare, and then Falco kind of got stuck in shield. Okay, so that cleaned up those stocks. Falco got that laser to kind of make your recovery a little different. And then you tried to threaten the platform, but we're just a bit too low. Okay, I want to talk about this sequence. This sequence is really cool. Okay, so we go. You come back off the platform. This looks like he's dead, honestly. I don't know how Falco made that back. He snaps from super far away. But I like this Dacus to get Ivysaur off of, like, away from ledge so that Falco has a chance to, like, get on stage proper. Get a ton of percent also. And then, actually, super lucky break here. They kind of don't communicate, or not communicate, they don't realize what the other is doing. So here, Ivysaur is using down air just to kind of, like, get closer to stage. You can see Ryan's head turned frame by frame. And that actually saves Falco's life really hard. And then Tether Punish, Ike's forward smash ends up killing his teammate pretty hard instead. At this point, Falco is on super borrowed time, and even that back air is going to kill him. Okay, so you get hit with that up air, but you're living. Again, I think going for that aerial off the pop-up shine is fine. I think that's definitely your job to do this here. So like in a 2v1 situation, this would be you hitting him and Falco running to the right. But because it's 2v2, Falco also went for the follow-up. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, and Falco's dead. That wizard kick, you kind of got lucked out with that like fracture shield grab here, because Falco is like beyond saving. So this wizard kick is kind of just like you're just wizard kicking into two people at once. It's not gonna kill them outright. Maybe if they have bad DI, but you kind of get lucky because Ryan ledge dashes and then kind of gets butt grabbed here. But yeah, so then the back throw is gonna hit you, and he misses the tech, so that's good. Okay, so fresh stock. Ooh, okay, that was a really good like weaving in because so here we got Falco in the corner getting hit by Nair. Falco's at 50, but Ivy's at like 110. So you just go in here and get that forward air, kill Ivysaur. Because even if you hit Falco, you can help him come back, but Ivy's dead. And it's also likely, like you were correct, that Falco's going to just buffer an option away in the event that it goes a little wrong. Okay, I know I'm going to pause less as this goes on. But this little 3-hit string is great. Falco Shine, reverse up air, down air. That kind of thing is really good because Falco's back air, down air, and shine are really good to like send them into you. And then you can just knock them back. Because that's one of Falco's like problems, I would almost say, is that he doesn't have the run speed Fox does to kind of keep up. Really good save there. Saved your teammate. Ended up dying, but that's fine. Because one of you wasn't coming back anyway, but... Oh yeah, he's gone there. You have the one stock. That was funny, but that's also a good example of miscommunication. Because right here, you can see this angle. Ryan is looking at this angle and going, this is the solar beam angle. I'm going to solar beam, and he's going to fall into it, and he's going to die. But then, for Ike, Fracture is going, oh, this is the angle where I jump it up air. It just, the two things cannot coexist. Then here, this is going to be a mountain to come back from. And then just down tilt. Yeah. There's not a ton that a character like Ganon can really do there. You need them to kind of make another significantly big mistake, like solar beaming a teammate or something. Okay. I think this is a really weird like team to pick stages for. I don't I was looking at the screen for a minute because you guys spend a minute here, and I was like, I mean, Green Hill seems like it's the best Ganon stage here, Green Hill or Battlefield. But compare, like, you have Ike, and then on the enemy team, and then you have a Falco on your team. Falco kind of wants, like, you want to go maybe somewhere in the starters, ideally Battlefield or Green Hill as a Ganon. Falco wants the exact opposite. He wants to go somewhere, like, on the right side of the screen. So I thought it would just kind of, like, I'm not sure what I would do here. But I just thought it was kind of an interesting thing. You guys go to Battlefield. I think this kind of like it's unfortunate that it's such a good stage for like Ivy and Ike platform pressure as opposed to Ganon. And sorry, just woke up again. Not just now, but like earlier before I hit this button to start recording. I'm a functioning human being. I'm an adult. But so for platform pressure, it seems like it's a lot less committal almost for you and these two to pressure platforms than it is for Falco. But it's funny because Falco has an easier time getting down than any of the three of you. So it's this weird, like, you can pressure each other, but like Falco shield drop dare is gonna hurt. Okay, so let's get back into this. Wait, did you down smash? What, was that a down air or was that the 2000 IQ read? Either way, you get a nice string on him. And this is going to happen a lot when you guys cramp up on those platforms. You're going to kind of just all nair, and the Ike or the Falco nair is going to just hit all of you. Or your nair, I guess. I think that down air on... Yeah, I'm just going to be primarily looking at you. Like, if you haven't figured that trend out by now. Because this is a little much to, like, flip back and forth between, like, oh, hey, Falco did this thing over here against Ike. Plus, that's not, like, what you're interested in, which is, like, that's not what I'm reviewing here. So here, you get hit by that seed bomb. You jump over his back air. And I think at this point, you just, like, not that you should, but it's kind of playing with fire that you go for this down air. Because Ivysaur can't up air you, because Ivysaur will die off stage. And then forward air, like, hits kind of high, but it doesn't do anything. So there's no real... Ivysaur poses no threat to you here. And you go down for the back air, or for the down air, try to catch her. Jump back up. Misses. And then this is a very bad position. That could be a down air. And you're like 70. That'll pop you up to the platform for a tech chase or for some more pain in general. So it's risky. Ivysaur's fade away on that back air. Keeps your shield grab away. Now this is something... I understand that you want to help the Falco edgeguard Ivy here, especially with the tether. So you knock Ivy on the left. You get Ike on the right. Ike's at very high percent. He's going to go kind of far. Which means he can't up B, so he has the one option of side B that he has to commit to. So he's going to go in this straight horizontal line. Going to fall a little bit. Going to go in this straight horizontal line. You don't have like a Mewtwo Nair or something with a billion active frames to interrupt him. But even just like an up air, you know he can't hit this early. He can't attack out of this quick draw. So he's going to have to come to about here before he can hit attack and like interrupt you. And it's going to take him to... He can't, like, go high because it's going to take him so long to charge. So, I think it's kind of a mistake. Like, you've got... When you go to help Falco. Because there's not really much you can do here. Like... Here, let's back up a few seconds. Play it. Oh, I backed up a little much. Whatever. So here... You turn to go help Falco, but Falco can't really... He's not at ledge. He's not, like, forcing a tether hop. He can't do anything here. And if you swing to try to catch a ledge hop option, you're going to smack Falco in the face, which is really risky. So it ends up, like, Ike kind of gets back for a little... I'm not going to say free, but, like, there was no one over there. I like that idea of forward throw. I like it a lot. Unfortunately, Falco gets hit right as you do it. But if Falco hadn't gotten hit, that could have been, like, a nice, like, 1-2. I also think that, like, when you... So if we back up a little bit, you still don't know where Ivysaur is going to go. I think forward throw is a good way to kind of just get Ivy off of you if Ryan drifts towards you. And if that happens, Falco gets that back air or whatever hit. So that's like it's a very good, safe option. You don't need the time to down throw and then jump and then aerial. And it still gets you, like, pretty good stage control. Ganon forward throw is beefy. Okay, that was a really good bear. Okay, I'm just gonna back it a little bit in. So here, so you get knocked high into the air. You float for long enough that Ivysaur, like, recognizes that you aren't going down, and that Ryan will have to jump to bear you. And then you punch him in his face for jumping at you. I like the attempt to save Falco. Because you're not really going to be getting a ton of work done in a 2v1 against them anyway. Like, Ike is high percent, but he's going to be high percent when you come back with Falco anyway. Okay, so there... That was just, like, you're just sandwiched in between, like, an Ike and a Razor Leaf. And even though you crouch cancel shield, like, it's a bad enough situation to where, like, CC shield, Ryan's gonna know you can't really punish him hard for it because Ike is right there. So he can kind of, like, get the grab. Okay, this is This is such a funky one. That was a good down smash string. And then a really good dack is to kind of get him off, to get Ryan off Falco. Can you make it back to ledge here? No, he can just go to ledge. Okay. Another dack is to catch Ryan retreating and just kind of like trying to make some space. I like your tech read there. So after your flame choke, you downer in place. I think that's a pretty good choice. Because if Ryan rolls to the right, he's far away from his teammate who is getting comboed by Falco. And if he rolls to the left, he might be getting a little too close and like get hit by the combo. So covering in place is a very good, like, just, I mean, literally option coverage. Okay. Ryan nares you a lot. Okay. I think, what percent were you at there? 83 to 38. I think that was good for you overall. Especially because that could have gone bad if you clipped Falco there. You guys lose 2 stocks instead of go even. Okay. That was really good DI on that second up air. Okay, so you get hit by the up air. And you DI to the right, and you realize, oh, he's going to up air me again. Like, if he does anything else, it doesn't really matter, like, where you go. Off a fair, he's not going to be able to get very much. He's going to go for the big combo up air. So you DI to the other side. In a perfect world, he might be able to, like, waveland jab, but even then, like, that's not a good position at all. So all he has is, like, razor leafing your jump here instead of, like, getting another up air. Then he gets seed bomb beam, but that's irrespective of that decision. You got seed bomb beam. Wait, really? That was 5 seconds? You jumped into the razor leaf, and then you didn't land when you did wizard kick. So you couldn't avoid the beam, seed bomb, and then you couldn't avoid that. Like maybe mash out of wiggle out of tumble and then air dodge, but as for like an easy like a button, you couldn't get out. I don't know what the hell happened here. That was forward air. That's a lot of really good awareness to be able to forward air there and know you can make it back. Especially because it's also very convenient that Ryan, kills himself there by accident. Okay. So this is going to be a lot of like, you thread the needle really well there. You get in between both of them. See here, this is kind of just like the same thing as last time, hoping that they kind of just kill each other somehow. Like there's some weird ledge stuff involved and they just kind of die or something like that. Like stuff like the Ike 4 tilt and Ivy, maybe like out of something. But here, this is going to be just, they're being, now that Ryan's went to ledge, there's not really a ton that you can do. Because he's just going to refresh ledge and Ike's going to forward tilt you. And there's not going to be very much like, your Ganon, you can't like mix it up. You had the one chance, I think it was here? Yeah. So here, let me go back just a bit. I wish there was like a 1 second backwards button. Here, you get Ryan off of you, and Ike is not in a position, but you side beat just a little early and you go on stage. And then from there, you don't have the resources to go to the platform. And Ryan just going to ledge. That was the one thing you could have done to be alive at 150 in a 2-on-1. So it probably wouldn't have changed much, because even like Ivy back air will just kill you. But that's like the one thing. Okay, we're going to Smashville. I like this idea for Smashville. You've been going to Battlefield twice, and it's been a little almost cramped, which is kind of weird. But like Falco's kind of just getting stuck. And then the other two have really good crowd control nairs. And then Ike Sword also just huge for like platform coverage. So here this gives a little more room to like horizontally move around and engage like in more middle ground spaces than just like close quarters or far. Okay. Falco gets you out of that. Falco's doing a good job getting you out of these throw combos, also. Okay, you're going to get clipped by that, but that's fine. Ryan isn't ready with like an up smash or anything. Down throw, kill move. You're going to get him off stage. Same kind of... Now, Ike respawns halfway through your edge guard here, so that's kind of... Like, this probably... Edge guard was going to be like now or never kind of thing, so I get why you went out early. But it's the same kind of thing from the last one where it's like, you floated just like, maybe like a quarter second to a half second too early. So now, like, you're over here while the other person can just hold in, and you don't have the vertical height to hit them anymore. You don't have the timing to hit them. Again, I don't think it's a huge deal here, because Ike was going to mess up that edge guard anyway. Yeah, and then that's just counter. The commentators bring it up, but... Okay. So here, you double jump. Wait, no, that's not it. So you jump, float, double jump, and then I think it's kind of likely Fracture was probably just trying to like counter a laser. But you get hit without your double jump and you go this far off screen, you almost die. I think best case scenario, you realize you don't have your jump and you're dead, and you just go off the side. You just keep going. Because now Falco has to 2v1 for an extra 3-4 seconds. Even though Ryan like goes to ledge for a little bit of that, it's... You want to get in there and make sure Falco of all characters doesn't get like bullied 2v1. That was just unlucky. Like, you could not have seen that coming. Like, at this position, like, you're seeing, oh, Falco down air, maybe Ivy back air, but you can't, like, you're trying to space the eye. You can't reasonably see that this is going to happen, let alone such a kind of, like, it's a delayed hit because of the hit lag. Kind of luckily he can make it back, but Fracture just F-tilt him. Like, that was his one option to make it back, so there's no, like, in-betweens. Okay, so what happened here? You get hit right as you land from Wizard Kick. You get hit by, like, a jab combo? I'm guessing that was probably DI then? Like, you were... I don't know. I don't think that combo normally... That jab normally isn't that far away. Something that would be worth trying here, it'd be floating before you jump. Because once you jump, you can't, like, effectively float to gain a distance anymore. But if you float here, you can at least, like, threaten to hit Sabre on ledge with an up B. It could also be you were going for, like, the plat, but that's it's a little too high up to make that, like, a feasible thing. Okay. It didn't end up... I don't think it ended up getting punished, but here you can see Ryan's double jump ring right there. It's actually kind of clear because he moves up from where he was when he gets hit. So here, once you knock Ike away, what I think you should be looking for is just Falco is going to cover if Ryan doesn't drift to the left, and you can cover if Ryan does. Because he doesn't have a jump, but the down air, this is really unfortunate. The down air, he was probably doing half just to stall, and it does make you miss your up air by like an inch. But it also spikes, or it also meteors Falco, and he dies at 50, which is just unfortunate. That means Falco was going for a back air. Not that there's anything wrong with that, just like, that's unlucky. Okay, I kind of like what you're doing here. I don't think you need to be dash dancing necessarily, but I like that you were ready to come in with a Dacus if Falco got hit. This is one of those situations. Everyone's just happy to be alive after that kind of thing. Okay, Ike doesn't make it back. So here, you guys are still a stock down. You're pretty high percent, and Ivy's pretty high percent. Okay, so even stocks. No, okay, so here's where they have an explicit stock lead when the game's like coming to its end. It's like stock count wise. So this is where it's, yeah. I like that you acknowledge it, and really, you do a sick ass job there. That was sick. So you once you get back on stage, you acknowledge that like Falco's a 120 and you guys are a stock down. you need to go help him out. He's already in the corner against Ike with a big sword. And you go out and kill Ike for it, which is great. And Falco's still kind of alive. But that's kind of just some combination of being unfortunate that Falco got hit by that bear too, and he's just kind of dead. Because even if he didn't explicitly die there, he ledge hopped. And then some combination of like being unlucky and Ryan realizing that like, oh hey, what if I just get grabbed off stage? You know, we have the stocks. Yeah, there's a point where it's like, it's really unfortunate because it goes from like, you have this really good awareness. You hit him and just leave. And then you go kill Ike because for going too deep in a double situation. And this is not super awful. It's bad, but like, it's not the end of the world here. Then, oh, he gets hit by a tournament winner. You get knocked off stage just far enough, and then Falco gets like basically killed. So that's just the nature of Falco, I guess. He's also at super high percent. It's not like he got like. It's one thing I noticed. He never really got like killed or edgeguarded super early outside of that weird down air. Like, just kind of didn't realize he got hit until it was too late. Yeah, overall, I think you had kind of moments of really really good awareness for who to go after. Because here you see, like, and this is Ganon too. Like, you're Ganon, and this edgeguard is taking a while, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna go kill Ike, save my buddy. That kind of stuff is really good. It's kind of, there were some moments where between like being Ganon, like not being fast enough to get to the position where you could help, and then like trying a little too much to help. Where, let me see if I can find it real quick. Actually, like that situation where you knock like Ivysaur to the left and Ike to the far right, and then you kind of just like, oh, the first game was on Smashville. I'm blind. I thought the first game was on Battlefield. Here, this is a 2v1. Yeah, you knock them to the sides really well. Is this it? But then you go after, you kind of just like try to help Falco edgeguard Ivy when Ivy's already on ledge, and you can't do very much at that point. Now this is bugging me. Okay, you died to the beam there. Ike would just, okay, Ike's dead. Oh, this is the 2v1. Whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's still a 2v2. You knock Ivy to the left, and Ike all the way to the right, so he has to quick draw over here. But you kind of stay in the middle of the stage and like get kind of close to Falco over here when Ivy's like tethering and Falco's still on stage. You can't actively make the situation on the left side of the stage any better. Or if you can, it's super minor. Like, you can't really cover options because Ivy's not having to do the forced tether hop. Whereas on the right, Ike just kind of like almost died and got back to ledge for free. That kind of stuff, you have to realize, I think, your character, and then the other characters too, like when you can help versus when you can't. Because if you can't help, being there makes it worse. So let's say Ivysaur in this situation. I'm not going to go back and find it because I already did and I couldn't find it immediately. Let's say Ivy like goes on stage and Falco starts comboing Ivy. You don't really add anything to this. Like, you can't hit them. You can't, like, I guess you can cover DI to the right, but at this point Ike will be back on stage, like, and you will at best be like keeping him away when you could have just been doing that from the beginning by edge guarding him at high percent. I don't know how often you guys team, but you did a really good job, I think, overall of being aware that Falco is a very light boy with a bad recovery, and being careful not to hit him, like, not to hit two people, not to hit him and an enemy in a position where that would make Falco worse off for wear, as opposed to just being like a relatively neutral interaction. A few times you would get both Falco and like Ike. I think it was Ike most of the time actually. But there was never a position where like, oh, you've killed Falco inadvertently, or oh, like this was clearly Falco daring them off stage and you ruined it or something like that. I think, and there was one position, there was one or two like little nice 3-hit strings where when Falco gave you the space, acknowledge, oh, Ganondorf is in the air. I'm shining. They're going towards Ganondorf. I'm gonna get ready for the alley oop. That kind of stuff worked out really well because you both have really with Falco back air and even Nair, I guess. You guys have a really good like ping pong potential. You'll see Armada and his brother. They'll do that all the time in melee. Sheik and Peach do Sheik Fair into, especially at like mid percent where Sheik Fair like won't send them super far away. But let's take Battlefield. It'll be Sheik Fair poof into Peach Nair poof into Sheik Fair poof, or like Sheik Fair into Peach Bear for the different like knockback into like something weird like sour like Sheik Sour Bear because they got knocked into Sheik into like up air, something crazy. Like they can rack all this damage on from like it's almost like a Devil May Cry game where you're in the air, so you're harder to hit and you can just keep juggling them between the two of you. So that kind of thing, I think this team has a really good, especially because you guys were starting to like get into it, like get on the same wavelength with that kind of thing for a little bit. If you guys can kind of understand how the other's gonna hit, it'll be a little easier for you because like it's gonna be Falco back air, whereas he'll have to go. Okay, is Ganon going to do forward air, back air? Like what direction is he facing? Because if Falco forward airs, there's nothing either of you can really do if they're like if you're far away. But if you can get that together, I think that you and the Falco can really do a good job of racking up percent with your high base knockback moves. But yeah, overall, that's about the meat of it. It's just kind of know where you know. Sorry about this. I'm trying a lot not to stutter, trip over myself. Know where on stage you are the most helpful at any given time. So like the Falco situation, you're not helping the situation over here where you're letting this guy get back for free because there's kind of this like I want to help. You know, like when you're whether it's like when you're a kid and your mom's cooking or like you're watching you're holding the flashlight for your dad as he's repairing the plumbing and you're like I'm helping. What can I do? I'm here. You're like hovering, but you can't really do very much. That's the Smash doubles equivalent of what was happening over here. It's like you want to help because you're aware of that and you're trying to like okay, I'm gonna help this edge guard because I get high percent, and if we can seal this, like we can finish off Ike and like just a stray hit. But your character, like you're a 5-year-old holding the flashlight when your dad's under the sink and you can't really see much of it anyway. Like you're not really doing like this is not the best place for you to be. I'm not trying to rag on you for it. I think it's especially with such a slow character, being where you are the most useful is really important. Because like Fox or Falcon or Sonic, they can get to wherever they need to be if they're wrong really fast. Like let's say Fox goes over here and goes, "Oh, I can't really help," and he can just run off Nair here. He can get back over here. Whereas Ganon, you have to commit to running over here for like a second and a half. You being in the middle of the stage means that I can get around the ledge without fear because you're going to be over here for a hot minute. Anyway, I'm not trying to harp on you. I'm not trying to like bring it up so much and say it's awful. I'm just that was a good example of that was an extreme example of something I think I kind of noticed throughout the set to a less extreme degree. Yeah, I think I was a little better about going on and ranting and pausing every 5 seconds this week. Let me know if you have any feedback for me, if there was things that you want me to do differently, and thank you again. Catch you around, man.